Kev, the year is 2011, and despite having caught some of the country's best carp over the preceding few years, you're about to stop fishing. Can you tell us what happened?
Well, I guess I'd reached a point in my life where I realised there was more to life than just catching fish, I suppose. I was obsessed with it, without a doubt. And I was always thinking how I could do something better than I was. To me, every lake has a different atmosphere. How you describe that, I don't know, but you have feelings. Stone Acres was the best fishing I had.
So maybe describe to us what 4 nights a week does to the rest of your life.
Well, you don't really have a life, do you? Your life is fishing, basically.
You know, like you say, one of the biggest carp in the country.
Yeah,
so.
And I did want a 50.
Right, that was your first 50?
That was my only 50.
Mm-hmm.
But that was the idea. I was hoping Choco would be 50, I was hoping the Brute would be 50, but they were both 49, so.
Do you see maybe that as the ultimate challenge?
Yeah, I knew the Bedfield Common was not going to be easy to catch. I wasn't going to fluke that one out, you know.
What do you think about when you look back on incredible 10 years or so, I guess?
Obviously proud of what I accomplished, really. Never at the start. I mean, to put it into context, I never used to even fish.
Kev, the year is 2011, and despite having caught some of the country's best carp over the preceding few years, you're about to stop fishing. Can you tell us what happened?
Why? I guess I'd reached a point in my life where I realised there was more to life than just catching fish, I suppose. Obviously it's not the most healthy thing sitting by a lake week in, week out. And I realised that I needed to sort my life out. This short of it, to be honest. And also, a lot of things had happened, like people putting knives in with some of my sponsors and things like that. It was getting very twisted, sort of thing, so, yeah.
Do you remember the moment when you thought, I need to get out of this?
In 2011, I've been bitting and bobbing. I wasn't 100% committed to my fishing, which obviously all the years before I was sort of bang on it, you know. And I'd started playing a bit of golf, and then I went away with the lads to Marbella, to Porto Banús, and yeah, I made the decision out there, sort of thing. Thought it's time for me to sort things out.
Well, I imagine you were kind of sat on the beach at dawn, having been out all night with a beer in your hand, thinking, reflecting on life.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I made a few other decisions as well, which I won't go into, but yeah, that was one of them. And also, with me working in a tackle shop and then fishing all week, I think it sort of, everything was fishing. I'd got no escape from fishing, so I wouldn't say it was so much burnout as a thing, but just, yeah, basically I thought it's time for me to sort my life out, basically.
And what was the first thing you did when you got home? Like, did you sell your kit straight away, or?
No, I took a few weeks to sort of make sure, because obviously once you sell all the kit that you've sort of collected over the years, and there's no going back once it's gone, sort of thing. So I made sure it was what I wanted to do. And then, yeah, I think my kit pretty much sold within a week.
Do you know where it is?
I know where a few bits and bobs are, yeah, but...
Still catching carp?
Yeah, I would think so, yeah.
So there was no, like, sentimental attachment? You didn't think, I'm going to keep the rods that I caught, the Brute, the Fat Lady?
No, looking back, should I have? Probably, yeah, but I didn't, and they're gone, so there's no going back now.
How quickly did you buy your first set of golf clubs after that?
I'd already got my golf clubs anyway, so one of my friends is how can I describe it? It sort of goes in circles, so he'll fish, he'll play golf, he'll mountain bike, but within a couple of years he'll sort of start moving around the circle again and set up. So he was selling his golf clubs sort of as I was finishing fishing, so I had his golf clubs off him. I think he might have even had some of my fishing kit.
And describe to us how it's possible to be as obsessed by fishing as you were 1 minute or 1 year, and then not.
I think it was just, I'm very much like that in life anyway. I'm sort of, if I'm doing something, I'm all into it. If I'm not very good at it, I won't do it, sort of thing. That's the type of person I am. But I didn't find it too bad. I missed it a little bit at the start, but obviously within me, I think I knew that I was doing the right thing for me. So. Yeah.
And how quickly did you feel better? How quickly did you feel healthier?
I think I felt better once I'd got sort of some routine back in my life. I went back to working for what was then National Grid, who I used to work for years and years ago. But once I got some normality in my life again, I felt fine. And
describe to us, because it's been nearly 10 years since you last cast a rod. Describe to those people who perhaps are coming to this a bit later, how obsessed were you by fishing?
Oh, it was everything. I was just constantly thinking about fishing all the time. How I could improve things, like some magic rig or whatever.